Hey guys, what is going on? And today we are doing something a little bit different today. I figure I'll show you one of my favourite ways to cook chicken, right? So, one of the biggest questions I get is obviously what's the best way to cook things and which are the best foods and stuff. So today I thought I'd do a quick video on how I like to make my chicken, basically, right? So there's many ways you can cook chicken. My opinion, the best way is always baked. So we're going to bake some chicken today, and I'm going to show you how. So you can copy it if you like. You can always amend it a little. Super simple, but it's always sometimes the simple things that people overlook. So I try and make it as healthy as possible. So without further ado, here we go. So as you can see here, got our chicken here ready to go, and what we're going to need is a casserole dish like this, something like that, and the oils we're going to use. Obviously, you can use any oil you want, but obviously I have a preference. My preference is always either 1 or 2 when it comes to baking the chicken. My go-to is going to be the avocado oil, okay? Or the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil is always good as well, right? But me, I opt for this, simply because these two are the best oils in my opinion to get. Coconut oil is okay as well, but these two are my go-to, right? So the reason I like to use this is because, one, it has a high cook temperature, meaning it can go up to about 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not too sure what that was UK temperature wise, but it has a high burn point, meaning that it keeps its properties and can reach a high temperature and stuff. So yeah, that's why I like this a lot in comparison. Plus it's good for you, got the omega-3s and stuff. So if you can get this, cooks a lot better in my opinion than olive oil, but I do like to use olive oil over this if I'm like making some eggs or something, let's say. We've got the chicken, we've got the tray and that, so we've got oil. I'm gonna go for obviously avocado oil, like I mentioned. What we're gonna do is I'm not even opened it. Bloody hell. Stop with me, man. Okay, anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put an ample amount. I kind of like to go up and down and then across the top like this. So we need quite a lot, because obviously we're gonna put like 4 large breasts in this, so that's how we're gonna start this. If you want to make this a little bit better, by the way, you could always put these in a bag overnight and put the oil in and let it marinate a little bit with some seasoning and stuff, but I don't always do that. But if I have the time and I remember, I will do that. So, oh yeah, these chicken breasts are good, man. They're good. So I always try and get the best I can. Sometimes I buy the natural stuff, sometimes I don't. Honestly, if something's on offer, I will just opt over whatever. So we're just gonna kind of roll this in and make sure the oil goes nice and easy up the pan or tray, whatever you want to call it. Dish, I suppose it's a dish, isn't it? But yeah, I'm just gonna put each one in there like this. Like I said, me, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to like cooking stuff. So if you're like me and lazy, then this is for you. You can simply just do this, kind of roll it in there like this. Yeah. So it's nice and then we're going to flip each one like that, just to get them nice and covered, you know, so they cook nice and evenly. Sorry, like that. And also just helps the oil getting quite a little bit more and everything. So yeah, that's okay, that. So don't forget to turn your oven on. So I've just turned mine on now. So we want to set this to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is about gas mark maybe 8 or 9, quite high if you're from across the seas in the UK. So now we're going to go to season what we're going to use. So me, as you can see, I like to season mine quite a lot. Don't be afraid to season stuff, guys. You know, there's no fun having everything bland, but I don't go too crazy, but some people might think so. I start with some of the seasoned salt personally, but obviously you can add whatever you want. This is what I like to do. It's the best way in my opinion. So we've got that seasoning salt, which is a blend of different things, like there's turmeric in that and stuff like that. So it's quite nice. Paprika, yeah. Then we've got some chives, onion and garlic powder. What else have I chose today? Some basil and some Italian seasoning. So sometimes I'll mix it up between lemon pepper and stuff. So first one I like to put on actually the garlic, just because it's quite fine. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to season both sides of this. I'll show you what I mean. That a little bit of so open this side up, onion powder. As you can see, I use quite a lot. And then seasoning, salt. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like Tommy's kitchen, you know? And then I'm going to stick in some basil, a little bit of basil on that. That's it. Oh yeah, too much of that. Italian seasoning. I love Italian seasoning. I don't know about you guys, but Italian seasoning is like one of those that just kind of goes with everything, you know what I mean? Potatoes and chicken, or everything basically. Let's do some chives. Yeah, I'm going to do both sides of this. I don't go too crazy with this side. And then finally some paprika. Oh yeah, cool that. Nice. So what we're going to do is now, we've left the fork in like this, and we're just going to kind of like massage it in a little bit, you know. You can always score your chicken as well beforehand this, you know, just to make sure the seasoning gets really in there and stuff if you're really bothered, but the best way, if you're going to do an ultimate way, this is kind of a lazy way, but if you want to do the ultimate way, you would do this, season the hell out of it, oil the hell out of it, put it in the bag, leave it overnight, then do this the same way, you know. Oh yeah, it's the best way. But again, I always forget to do that. So I'm always like, oh yeah, do chicken, then I always forget, and I'm like, oh crap, I need to cook my chicken now. Oh well, we do it the box standard way. Flip it around like this. So you're gonna have both seasons on each side. So same again, garlic building, garlic. Love a bit of garlic. And again, you don't have to use these seasonings. You can use whichever ones you want. I know this may seem super basic, but hey, sometimes we forget the basics, you know. People like to overwhelm this kind of thing and think that food has to be boring, you know. It's like, well, it doesn't, not always, you know. Some basil again. A little bit of basil. Really brings out the flavour of the chicken and that, so. Bit of Italian seasoning. Nice, got really coat it this time. Oh, I didn't put my seasoning salt on, did I? Like that. Nice. Put enough chives on already, but we're just going to give it a one more spring cook, you know. Yeah, boy. Yeah. And then finally, bit of paprika like. Hell yeah. And again, we're just going to kind of bathe all the seasoning because they're nice and oiled, so we're just going to kind of impact it down as much as we can because it hasn't had that time to, like, you know, soak or marinate, so we're just going to give it a bit of loving, you know? Give it a bit of loving and that, yeah. Excellent. Okay, before we go in the oven, here's the secret. A little bit of lemon and lime juice, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just want to kind of, I don't want too much because I don't want too much liquid in there, just to give it a little bit of a glaze, you know what I mean? A bit of a glaze, that's what I like to call it, a bit of a glaze. And plus it just gives that, like, oh, this top's a bit crap, so have to really be careful with this. There we go. Just helps the chicken, like, gives it like more flavour in now, just like, look, oh, that's what I like. I do. But yeah, a little bit something like this it should do, so yeah, looks like this. Just gotta wait for the oven to heat up now, but what do you guys reckon to my nice teapot? Look at these bad boys. Oh yeah, cool in there. Cool little set, innit? You know what I mean? Matching cups and that, yeah. Okay, oven's ready to go. So what we're going to do is pick this bad boy up. We're going to bang it on the top shelf like that. And push it nice and gently to the back like that. Nice, sweet. I'm going to shut it up. And we are just going to give it a cook time for 50 minutes. Oh, what am I doing? Timer, sorry. Timer. 5, 0, 0, 0. There we go. Countdown begins. 50 minutes. So we're going to cook it 50 minutes. And then we are going to come out, flip it over, and give it another 10 minutes. Should be good. And there we have it. That's how they should look once they're all done. So I gave them 50 minutes at 400. and then I turned them over, gave them another 10 minutes, and then coming out. So yeah, you have some of this, bit of brown rice, and you're laughing, you're sorted, aren't you? So again, it doesn't have to be complicated, and don't mind the mess of my stove right now. So it's a bit messy at the minute, but never mind that. But yeah, so again, something you could do super quick, about an hour, sorted. And there they are, cut up. I always cut them over just to make sure they're all cooked, you know. So obviously that's how it's supposed to look. If you're unsure, obviously how it's supposed to look. That's how it's supposed to look. Right, so you shouldn't see. As long as if you're like quite new to it and cooking stuff like chicken and that, as long as it's quite like stringy, that's the best way to explain it, like stringy. And sometimes it can still be, when it's pink, it's never a good sign, but sometimes it can still be a bit pink. And when you actually cut it and aerate it, it actually goes white. So as long as it's like stringy and not like, what's the word? Chickeny, I guess. As long as it doesn't look raw, if that makes sense, but it should look quite fibrous, you know, like this, then you're all good. So that's why I always cut in the middle as well, just like the highest peak, so then you know it's cooked thoroughly. So I hope this helps you guys, and give it a go. So yeah, like I say, I know it seems super simple, but I know how complicated this stuff can be and how complicated people make it sometimes. So that, get some of that, depending on, again, this is good if you're either doing like if you're dieting and stuff anyway, so you can have this. I'm gonna have brown rice for a bit at the minute, but you can have this just with some nice vegetables or something like that. So yeah, hope this helps, guys.